Welcome to the Tantra and Yoga podcast. These podcasts are recorded live at Anutara Ashram with Artemis and Bhairav in the Nishka Nation of northern BC, Canada. They bring clarity to some of the fundamental questions by spiritual seekers along the path of awakening.
How to recognize individualized drive versus genuine longing, and how to cultivate the latter. I think we kind of spoke about how to recognize individualized drive. It's the same as the ideas in the mind. Me and my success and what's best for me and what's fair and so on and so forth. How to cultivate genuine longing. I think for myself, I could say that one of the biggest things that cultivates for me is, of course, kirtan. Chanting mantras, but also studying and reading stories of other beings who have lived spiritual lives. Like hearing the story of Sahajananda, I turn to that story a lot in my life, thinking about how much work goes into creating a course, and that he allowed basically his brother disciple to steal all of those courses, slap his name onto it, and he never said anything. He never said that that's not okay. He never said, you got to put my name on there too. He never said, you can have this course. And so that teaches me something. I feel for myself, modeling, having models. This is a really important way for me to learn. And this is also why Sangha can be so important, spiritual community. When we're surrounded by people who are modeling mind behavior, it can be hard to see how could I move more from the heart. And then one person walks in the room who's moving from the heart, and they just stand out so much because it's like, I don't know, they're radiating peace, and they're not. You want to be around them, and they seem happy all the time. And so when reading stories about saints and sages and holy people, and this cultivates a genuine longing for me. I want to know how to be as humble as Sahajananda.
I once asked this question to one of my teachers, early in my path, and I asked, how can I bring more aspiration into my practice? Because I felt that was kind of lacking. I was kind of, one could say in yogic terminology, tamasic, or just like lacking kind of a spark. And he said something, and I followed it. He said, do more practice. Do more practice, because this will start to open things up, and that aspiration will naturally come. And it did. Amazing. Genuine longing. There are some methods in Tantra, in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, about longing and how when we long for another person, this is kind of the microcosmic desire. This is a desire kind of at the microscopic level, and that longing though is actually a deep desire to long for the divine inside, to long for God, we could say, to long for truth. So any kind of longing actually. Any kind of longing can bring us there. We can even meditate and remember a time when we longed for something, longed to be in someone's arms or anything really. And then take the image out of that, the connotation, stay with the feeling, and then offer that and see how that's actually the longing for the infinite. Because everything that happens on the external, and I've said this a lot, and I'll say it more, Everything that happens on the external is a reflection of what's happening internally. Everything can be translated into that macrocosmic.
Thank you for joining us in our Q&A for today. If you'd like to continue on your path of Tantra and Yoga, be sure to visit the description of this podcast, where you'll find a link to a free Tantra course on mantra meditation, an in-depth Tantra meditation course, as well as our teacher trainings. We have 200, 300, and 500-hour certified Yoga Alliance trainings that blend traditional and contemporary methods so that you can learn and teach authentic yoga in the modern world. We hope to see you at our school. Hari Om.